Hello y'all, this is the road to 56, a Hearts of Iron 4 mod that extends the timeline to 1956 and adds new technology and focus trees to the game. On that note though, this video is going to serve as part 1 of an Iran fascist path playthrough. We have started. Let's go to our national overview, where we can see that we have two national spirits, and they are Anglo-Persian Oil Company and corrupted bureaucracy, and neither of these are very good. They give us some bad things, honestly. And besides that, the ruling ideology of the country is authoritarianism of the absolute monarch variety. And now in the focus tree, let's complete a point Sahidi. That will take 70 days. Fazal Sahidi, let me just unpause now just to get things moving in that direction, just to get the focus done faster. So appoint Sahidi. Fazal Sahidi, head of the National Police, is a powerful figure in the army and politics. He is also in contact with several radical and nationalist Iranian organizations. By appointing him Prime Minister, we could invite these same organizations into the government, paving the way for a regeneration of Iranian society. Once this focus is done, we'll get ourselves 10% base war support. The popularity of fascism as an ideology in Iran will rise, and Faisal al-Sahidi will become the leader of the authoritarian party, and he has the traits, fascist sympathies, and anti-communist. Now going to the research tab, research tree, let's go for basic machine tools, also construction 1, yes, and get electronic mechanical engineering, just the basic things. Unassigned divisions, looking at our military now, we have 6 divisions in the army, a small navy that just consists of 2 destroyers, and an air force that has 2 air wings. One of these air wings are close air support, and the other one is filled with fighters. So let's take this army here, get them a commander. Let's have Hassan Arfa here, who has the traits cavalry officer and Desert Fox, and put him under the Field Marshal. We only have one starting Field Marshal, Bocharar Jaharam, I can't pronounce his name. But let's move all these units now to our western border. We have with the Kingdom of Iraq, and let's start building some civilian factories in our capital, at least one, because we need more civilian factories. No divisions in basic training, let's change that. Put this division into, we'll start training them anyway, they'll be deployed in Samnan when they're done, when they're ready. Anyway, appoint Sahidi is done now. Good. And I already explained his leader traits. Fascist sympathies will make fascists get along with us better, I guess. And anti-communist as a trait will lower the daily communist support in the country. It's daily, so every day communism will lose popularity in terms of an ideology. It will lose popularity in Iran. And communist countries were not like dealing with us. And historically, Faisal al-Sahidi was a lieutenant general and statesman who in the 1950s overthrew the prime minister of Iran in a coup supported by the United States and the United Kingdom. Earlier in his life, though, before this, he is said to have planned a general uprising in his country with the cooperation of German forces during World War II. And for some historical context, during World War II in our timeline, I believe Iran was invaded by the Allies. They just did that. It was like the Soviets and the British did it. And now in the focus tree, let's complete embrace Persian identity. The right are ascendant in France, okay. That's a big shakeup in Western Europe, I guess. Embrace Persian identity says the true identity of our state can be traced back to the Persian Empire, which brought civilization and progress to the vast regions of the Middle East, Asia Minor, and the Balkan Peninsula. We were the cradle of one of the greatest empires of all time, and now it's time to reveal our true nature to the world. And this is what the focus is saying. I'm just reading it off. And once this is done, this focus, we'll get a national spirit called Embrace Persian Identity, which will raise division recovery rate for Iran. It will also grant us higher division attack and division defense on core territory, so it seems quite useful. And research sought available now. Let's get mechanical computing. Modified government. What can I do with that? I may need to get a fascist political advisor. Possibly. Although I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't need one at all. I'll be fine, probably. I believe so, anyway. Or no. Yeah, I may... I don't know. I don't know. I need to at least get a... I'll get a fascist political advisor. I'll do that. So... Where... Okay, it's right here. I need to get Abgol, Qasim, Kashani when I have the political power. So just keep holding on to our political power. We got to get to 150 to get that guy. Embrace Persian identity will be done soon. And I'm going to do encourage German trade after that. So I'm going to try and join the Axis when I can. So I'm just waiting for this to be done now. Come on, we have about 13 more days there. Research slot available. Let's complete Concentrated Industry 1 and get that started there. And that'll take 130 days at this moment, so that will help us out when it's finished. And now embrace Persian identity. It's nearly here, and we need to work out our supply issues. It goes from 100% to 0 every once in a while. And there's a civil war in France. It's between... That civil war is between the fascist French state and the democratic French Republic. I wonder who's going to win there. But in the focus tree, let's now complete encourage German trade. So let me read that focus description. It says, for many years, we strengthened the diplomatic and economic ties with our German friends, since they were the only European power that had no imperialistic ambitions in the Middle East. Iranian and German engineers, constructors, and builders worked shoulder to shoulder on improving our country and bringing our undeveloped industry to modern standards. And once this focus is done, we'll get 2 civilian factories, and that will help us build more things in Iran. So now let's get flamethrower, or no. Let me get radio. I need radio, yes, so let me research radio. I gotta get this focus done now. Oh, I have 150 political power. Get this fascist demagogue to raise daily fascism support in the country. And that means now we'll be going fascist. More of the country will become fascist in terms of ideology, popularity in Iran. And now we just have to wait for that. Encourage German trade is like halfway there. I'm going to probably complete strategic nationalizations. Once encourage German trade is done, it has 29 days left. The French Republic is destroying the French state. That is brutal. Yeah, they're not faring too well. They are not at all. That is unfortunate. And the French state, I've noticed, is guaranteeing all of these countries, which once they're beaten by the French Republic, if they are, there's going to be no one guaranteed anymore by France in Europe. And they may lose Indochina as well, since they are a puppet of the French state. Although the French Republic could possibly make Indochina into their subject once that civil war is over. And the Spanish Civil War has started just as the French Civil War seems to be ending. They're still holding out in Paris. The French state is. It seems hopeless, though. They have to lose. They can't possibly win. They can't do it. They just can't do it. I don't think they can. And how is the Italian invasion of Ethiopia going? It's going. It's definitely one of the invasions of all time. Let's just say that. And encourage German trade is complete now. Romania is now fighting Romania. A lot of civil wars. And now let's complete strategic nationalizations. Reading the focus, it says, the British machinations on the world market has taken the Anglo-Persian oil company away from the oversight of our government. The only way to set up a strong Iranian state is by nationalizing the company and using its resources to fuel the local economy. The British would not stand for this, but who gave them the word in our country? And once this is done, we'll get a national spirit called strategic nationalizations, which will grant us faster construction speed and a higher production efficiency base. And we'll get rid of the Anglo-Persian Oil Company national spirit. And once this focus is complete, what am I saying here? The United Kingdom will not like us. Basically, they'll hate us. Well, they'll lose 50%. Like this score right here. This score the United Kingdom has right here. Yeah, this is going to go down. We're looking at it right now. Their opinion of us will lower, so it's whatever, though. the United Kingdom can just deal with it. And now, let's start getting more guns made, or trains. Do I need trains? Do I even have trains? I might need to research trains. Get more weapons created. Do any of my divisions use... Okay, I have no support equipment. Good, I don't gotta make any support gear for my infantry brigades, or whatever they technically are. These are all brigades here. So are the cavalry, for that matter. And I have political power. The national character. Law enforcement. Legal status of women. Go with traditional roles. Mechanical computing is nearly done. Oh, it's done now. And let us complete... What can I complete here? Complete support 30. Also, go ahead and do... No, I need to do more industrial stuff. Let's go with improved machine tools. Support 30 will be done in 98 days, though. And let me set up a offensive line for the Kingdom of Iraq, just so we'll be ready if we ever do get into a war with them. And let's have this infantry unit we are training to be deployed closer. And Haakon the 7th abdicates. That is the king of Norway. There's a civil war in Latvia now. Also a civil war in Estonia. And the Baltics are just not having a fun time. Lithuania is the only one not having a civil war up there. And now let's complete reorganization of the state. It says, with growing popularity of Fazollah Sahidi in the government and of his agenda, among the population, it becomes obvious where the orders come from and the true leadership is situated. A figurehead of Shah is no longer needed, and Fazollah Sahidi can finally be appointed as the head of the government. And once this focus is done, Iran, the Imperial state of Iran, will go fascist, and the Estonian civil war is over. Well, no, that's Latvia, actually, my bad. Latvia won the war there, and we have a research slot available. Go ahead and get concentrated industry 2 researched. How is the Romanian civil war going? It's fascist versus non-aligned, well, authoritarian. Authoritarian is the non-aligned of the Road to 56 mod. And it seems they're in kind of a stalemate. There's some fighting in Transylvania, and it looks like the kingdom is trying to push there. It could go either way, I'm thinking, honestly, between the Romanian legionary state and the Kingdom of Romania. Modified government, don't do that just yet. Don't bother right now. Just waiting for reorganization of the state to get done. Come on. Get there. We have about 30 days until that's finished, and Iran will be fascist. Then we can try to join the Axis, the faction led by Germany, the German Reich. And why are they not demilitarizing the Rhineland? I mean, remilitarizing the Rhineland. What are they doing? That's a little strange. Huh. And the French Civil War never ended. Wait, what? It's not over. What is going on in Europe? How have they not beaten them? How many units do they have in Paris? The French state is like... It's become like a right-wing Paris commune situation. What is this? What is happening in Western Europe? I don't understand. Okay, forget that then. But reorganization of the state is nearly done. Now, come on, get there. There we go. And now we are the fascist Imperial state of Iran. Our name did not change. We don't have a new flag or anything like that, but let's complete pro-German diplomacy. There is a possibility the Germans could say no. I hope they don't. The Russians and the British had their own plans for our country and their new great game. We need foreign support of another great power to secure our independence and our reign over the Persian Gulf and potentially the Middle East. German need of oil and support for our nation is their political agenda. And support for our nation and their political agenda make a perfect basis for our alliance to be beneficial to both of our nations. They want our fuel, and we want their help against great powers, and that is what we're going to get out of that alliance, if we can get one established with them. Construction 2, let me research that now. And the Romanian Civil War is over. The fascist lost, wow. And, oh no, the fascist won, never mind. The Romanian monarchists lay down their arms. So that is over. And now we have a fascist state in the Balkans with the Romanian legionary state existing there. So that's going to make things interesting in that region of Europe, I guess. Get a theorist, get a military theorist. just to get more military, well, army EXP. And insufficient supplies. Yes, I know we need steel. Let's trade some steel from the French Republic, maybe? They say yes. I didn't want to have to do it, but I need steel for my men. For my divisions, anyway. For the guns, for the weapons we got to make for our divisions that our men will use in the field. And let me get support equipment research, because we don't have it. I don't know why we just don't. Pro-German diplomacy is nearly done. We have about 14 days until it is. And Fazlullah Sahidi has come to power and consolidated his control over Iran. I'm curious if I'm curious if Hitler is going to allow Iran to join the Axis. They haven't even let Italy in yet. And the French state has still not got defeated yet. They're still alive. I don't know what is going on. How many divisions do they even have? Let me check, honestly. I'm curious. They have approximately 7 to 22. Oh, we joined the Axis. They welcomed us to the Axis. Alright. That is going to help us out in terms of having a very powerful ally. Since Germany has accepted us into their faction, I think I'm going to end part 1 of my Imperial State of Iran Fascist Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, the Road to 56 here. You can check out Road to 56 in the video description. The link to the mod is there. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.